Hello, my name is Riley with Sales, and this is my very first RWS ride review. And I'm sure you're asking yourself, Riley with Sales, what is an RWS ride review? Well, for the time being, I am appointment only. So my goal is to get you completely up to speed so by the time you get here, you know everything about it. This is a 2011 Mercedes Benz E350, and this car is a little bit special to me because it has been my daily driver for the last 3 years. And to be honest, I'm quite sad to let it go. I really am. One of my favorite features of this car is the aggressive headlights and fog lights down at the bottom. Plus, you have two little bump outs here, and for every 3 times your windshield wipers go across your windshield, these pop out and spray your headlights with washer fluid so they never get dirty. To go along with your aggressive headlights, you also have turn signal indicators on your mirror caps that really add to the aggressiveness. Now, for a car this age, it was pretty standard to have orange turn signal indicators in the rear, but it has red turn signal indicators, and when not in use, they're white. It's really easy to see right here, but you get this beautiful orange accent lighting throughout the entirety of the vehicle, including your door panels. You get a nice red puddle light here for when you're entering or exiting the vehicle. You can upgrade to the Mercedes Benz puddle lights, but I like the look of the red, so I just never replaced it. You can see the nice orange accent on the door panel here, along with the stitched leather, which I was always a really big fan of, along with your seat controls, which has up to 3 memory configurations, so if you and your spouse both drive the car, you can both save where you like the seat and just hit that button when you get in. Now here's what the vehicle sounds like when you start it up. You'll notice a nice, quiet V6 engine. Inside, you will hear it dinging. It does that every single time you start the vehicle. Beautiful headlights. You can watch them go up and down. I love the adjustment on it. It just makes the whole thing feel fancy. And when you turn your turn signals on, as you turn your steering wheel, you'll notice it slightly illuminates the path that I'm turning into so I can see what's coming towards me. Now, getting into the vehicle, you'll notice a very soft door close. It does sound a little louder because I'm in a room with no furniture, so it's a little echoey. However, all of the doors are like this. They close very, very nicely. You never have to worry about it latching correctly because they just have that luxury feel to them. In the center console, you see this button here, and we'll get to that in a second. You'll notice here on the passenger side, you have a very nice Mercedes-Benz faceplate as you enter the door. Red puddle lights, just like the driver's side. You also have a nice little compartment down here below the seat. I have a t-shirt and an ice scrubber in there, so if I ever am in a position where I need another t-shirt or to clean my windshield, I've got one. You also have a nice little storage compartment here. It is a very thick and solid rubber piece, so it snaps back in place. Glove box, which is very nice. It has a soft open and soft close feature, and very quiet when you close it. Back seat wise, this is one of the most comfortable back seats I've ever sat in. You have nice stitched leather. It is very comfortable. You have cup holders in the center console with a nice little storage area down here with the fold-up cup holders. Don't want them anymore, fold them back, push it back up, it's out of the way. Little ashtray for cigarette smokers, and on your seat backs, some very primo storage space. As you let it go, it conforms back to the seat back shape, so it's nice and tucked away when you don't need it. You have a very spacious trunk, big enough for one Riley at least, with plenty of storage options. Over here, you have a storage compartment, and right behind me, there's actually Mercedes-Benz first aid kit. Never used, fortunately. Up at the top of the trunk, you do have a button to close your trunk, as it has the power close feature. Moving to the interior, as soon as you step in, you see your headlight selector switch, along with a variety of steering wheel controls. This controls your radio, accept and decline phone calls. Now, it does not have this many lights on. I just have it in accessory mode, but your selectors here controls your menu options. Fuel gauge, working clock. You do have a variety of menu options. I usually kept mine on the mileage screen. I found that it got about 22 miles a gallon on average. Your RPM meter here. Now, I know you remember me briefly bringing up this knob earlier, and this knob is what controls your infotainment system. You have a variety of options up here, but typically I left mine on the audio screen because it does have a Bluetooth feature. Moving up to the phone screen, you can actually call people from the phone screen, which I know is a simple feature, but it kind of blew my mind when I first saw it. The video system, if you put a DVD in your CD player, it would play movies so long as you were parked. Up here in the system settings, you have a clock by default, all of your menu options, but I typically, if I didn't want to look at my navigation, say that I was driving late at night and it was too bright, I just hit display off and you get a nice black screen. As described earlier, this knob does go up, down, left, right, and you push it in to select. Your center console opens both ways with a detailing rag inside. I tried my very best to take absolutely pristine care of this car. 2 cup holders, which this is actually removable, so if you decide to clean the inside, maybe you have a little spill, you can take that out. Ashtray, which is also removable, and your cigarette lighter. Plus, get that snapped back in. There is a cover for the cup holder, so if you want it out of view, all you have to do is pull that back. It is pretty typical for these older Mercedes, but when you push it forward, you kind of got to give it the gusto to get it to stay there. If you do not, when you push it forward, it just closes again. This vehicle does come with 2 keys. I even kept the original tag from when I purchased the vehicle. Push button start. If you ever get in a situation where you need to use the physical key fob, you can pull this out. It is a bit of a process. I recommend watching a YouTube video on how to do it. Nice Mercedes Benz screen. When you turn the vehicle on, you get heated seats and cooled seats. Now, for your radio volume control, it is kind of finicky. You cannot sit here and just turn your knob quickly. It was meant to be a slow, methodical process for easy adjustment. You turn the knob slowly, and your volume steadily increases. You cannot sit and just spin the knob. If you prefer to do it the old-fashioned way, quote unquote, you can use the steering wheel controls. I usually did just because it was a little quicker. You also have this button here, which is a very cool feature. If you press this button and look in your mirror, it automatically raises a sunshade that goes up and down in the back of the car. Typically it is a bit faster than this, but I have the vehicle in accessory mode, so the battery's not running at full power. You also have a button here. Say you have a passenger in the back that just has their headrest up too high, they get out of the vehicle and you can't see out of your mirror. Well, you press this button here, you heard that little locking noise. It actually pushes the headrest back down, so you don't have to get in the back and physically do it. I had it running in accessory mode for too long, so I didn't want to start. However, you'll notice down here, I'm trying to do this quickly, you have actual switches for your air conditioning controls. Now, I apologize if that seemed a little panicked. I just don't feel like getting suffocated by gas fumes in my garage. You also have a variety of buttons for your air conditioning system down here. For your parking brake, you apply here and release here. Your hood latch is under the steering wheel down here. It is a red lever. Pulling the hood latch, you will be able to rise your hood. It does stay up by itself, which is very, very nice. You get a nice engine cover, and I do apologize that the engine bay is not cleaned. Like I said, we took it out for one more drive, and it is currently winter here, so there is salt on the roads. You will see that the grille is still in very good shape. I tried to take care of the chrome, very few rock chips. You do have some on the hood, but it is a 15-year-old vehicle, so take with that as you will. Your hood emblem is very hard to steal. I had somebody try and steal it, but as soon as you pull on it, it locks and you can't pull it out. So there it is, our very first RWS ride review. Typically, I would give a score to the vehicle so that you could kind of tell what condition it's in, but because this is my baby, it gets a perfect 100. It's got brand new tires, mechanically perfect. If you can find an issue with this car, I will give it to you for free. Not really. It's a great car. I would trust this car to take me absolutely anywhere. I spent hours and hours and hours at the car wash every weekend making sure that my paint looked good and my wheels looked nice. I love this car. I'm sure you will too. Thanks for tuning in to RWS Ride Review.